everybody, welcome to my very first video. I'm glad you clicked on this video and I hope you'll stay to the end. For my first video, I figured it would be best that I did a Q&A just so that you guys could get to know me a little bit better and introduce myself to my channel before we get into the other kinds of content that I will be posting in future. So yes, so I've prepared a few questions just of things that I think that you guys might want to know about me, and I've compiled them all and have them ready for this video. So without further ado, we will get into it. Okay, so first question, what is your name? My name is Ariana. So what inspired you to start filming? I have always watched YouTube. I kind of did so as like a pastime. Since I was like a kid, I would always kind of go to YouTube as like a comfort content kind of a thing, maybe sometimes more than like TV shows. And I just really enjoy watching different variety of videos and having it on, you know, as I'm doing chores or just hanging out and things like that. So I do really enjoy it as something that, as a viewer, and I've also always dreamed about doing it as a creator on the other end. I've always kind of gave myself reasons as to why I shouldn't, or kind of stop myself if I thought about doing it. And so I figured, why keep doing that to myself and prevent myself from following through with my dreams? So I figured today would be the day to kind of start. Okay, so the next question that I put together is, what is the theme or the vibe of the channel? So for this channel, I am really interested in making videos that I would want to watch. I feel like that's probably the best thing that I could do, and it'll be something that obviously I'm interested in making, and hopefully you guys enjoy that as well. So for me, I really enjoy lifestyle content, you know, like spend a week with me, vlog, get ready with me kind of videos. And then also specific to this channel, I really enjoy theme parks as well. So that's kind of going to be like a big area that we talked about in this video. So for me, I do really enjoy theme parks. So you'll also be expecting to see from me like theme park vlogs, pack and prep, trip planning videos, things like that, because that is something that I really enjoy. Kind of going along with that, my next question is, what are your hobbies? So I have quite a few hobbies. I really enjoy bird watching. That's something that I like to do. I just like to go outside, be in nature just in general, and bird watching kind of like adds an extra like element to it. I really enjoy like identifying birds, finding birds, learning about birds, things like that. So it's really something easy and something that everybody can do. So that's something that I've kind of been enjoying. And I do really also enjoy just being in nature. I enjoy like going on walks, going on hikes, just being outside. And so that kind of helps me to do that as well. Another hobby that I have is like fitness kind of. I do enjoy working out. It wasn't always that way. This is kind of like a newer thing. I want to say like 2023 I kind of started just kind of getting into it and making sure that fitness was fun and doing things that I enjoyed doing. I started very small, just doing things that sounded interesting to me, that I already like to do for small amounts of time, built myself up, and that is something that I still like to do. I enjoy running, taking workout classes, walking, things like that as well. And then of course, as I have previously mentioned, theme parks are a huge hobby of mine. I just really enjoy learning about them, visiting them, experiencing like all the rides and shows, and of course the theming of theme parks as well. So kind of going along with that, I wanted to give you guys kind of a look at my history of theme parks. And so the best way that I feel like to do that is to start with Walt Disney World, which is the biggest one in my life. So when I was a kid, my family and I would go on yearly trips to Disney World, and not yearly, but family trips to Disney World a few times. And so we would go down there, and of course I'd be really excited. And then I started, as I was getting older, like middle school age, we would come back and I would be sad to have left, and I would turn to YouTube and watch vlogs and things and just kind of dream about the next time I'd return to Disney World or get to go. And so Eventually, my family and I actually moved to Florida, and we moved about 20 minutes away from Walt Disney World, so Disney World kind of became like evening entertainment for us. So we'd go and ride a ride, get food, if maybe watch a show just for a couple hours in the evening, and really just enjoy being close to that. And as well, we became annual pass holders. So I have been a Walt Disney World annual pass holder for about 8 years, I think, and I just really enjoy it. It's great entertainment, it's a great thing to do. I'm very lucky that I've been able to go to Disney World so much. I pretty much had gone there like almost on a like daily to a few times weekly basis, so I do really know Disney World very well. I know it like the back of my hand. As far as other Disney theme parks, I have been to Disneyland in California only once, and that was quite a few years ago, so I don't remember too many details and I don't know that park very well. I would someday love to go back and get to experience it again. I feel like if I had gone there, or if I do go there in the future, it'll kind of be seeing it like through fresh eyes because I haven't been in so long. I think I only went 2 days. I did 1 day at Disneyland and 1 day at California Adventure. So again, I really don't have too much experience there. And then the other Disney theme park that I've been to is Disneyland Paris. I only went for 1 day, and it was Christmas Day, which was beautiful, but it was also extremely cold. And I didn't do much research going into it. I'm someone who likes to kind of be like spoiler free when I experience new things. And so I didn't know much about the rides that they had there, the shows that they had there, the way that they ran things. And again, this was quite a few years ago, and because it was so cold, we left pretty early. The only ride I can remember we rode was It's a Small World, and we walked through the castle, and I know we saw a Christmas parade, and that's really all I remember. So again, not something that I'm too familiar with, but I have been there before. And so I have also been to Universal, and I am a Universal Orlando pass holder. That is something that's more recent, although I've probably been one for at least 5 years now. My family had never really gone to Universal on family trips. This was something that came later from other family members and other friends who had been to Universal and kind of convinced me to go. When I first had gone to Universal, it was very like obviously very new to me, and I like didn't know what to expect with any of the rides. I had always thought that Universal was like big, like scary rides, which I like to know the rides that I'm getting on. It was very new going into it. But since, again, I've been a Universal annual pass holder in Orlando for probably 5+ years at this point, so I do know it very well by now. And I have been there many, many times. My first memory that I think I have of going to Universal was for Universal Nights. At the University of Central Florida, they have this thing called Universal Nights. You get to go after hours, or students get to go after hours 1 day a year to Universal. Typically it's Islands of Adventure, but this was, I think, the first time they had done it post-COVID. And so I got to go to Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios, which was very nice, and just experience the park after hours. We got to ride a bunch of things. I think food and restaurants were still open, so I got to enjoy that as well. And so that was a really cool experience to get to do. It's kind of the recap of the theme parks that I've been to. And so kind of going off of that, as I said, this video is going to include a lot of like theme park talk. I wanted to touch on what my favorite park is, and again, I'm going to touch on Disney and Universal. So for Disney, if you had asked me a few years ago, I would have 1000% told you Epcot, and I still do love Epcot. However, I think Animal Kingdom is creeping its way up for me. As I said, I really enjoy bird watching, and Animal Kingdom, of course, has an aviary, they have the bird show, they have tons of things for that, and I just really love animals in general. So getting to go on the safari and the walking trails and things like that and get to learn about these animals and conservation is really exciting for me, and really just wonderful to get to experience. So I would say that Animal Kingdom is kind of, again, creeping up there as one of my favorite parks at Disney World. And then for Universal, I would say my favorite park is Epic Universe. I really do enjoy the other two parks, Islands of Adventure and Universal, but I really do love the theming of Epic Universe and the flow of it, the different lands in it. Of course, like many kids, I always played Mario Kart on my Wii, and I've played plenty of Mario games. So having Super Nintendo World and those games like come to life in front of you and get to immerse yourself in it and ride rides and experience and see the characters in there is amazing to me. I really enjoy that land. As far as How to Train Your Dragon, I only really watched those movies, I think, in preparation for Epic Universe, but I really do enjoy just the beauty of the land. It really is amazing what they did with that land, and I do enjoy the movies as well, so getting to see again those characters come to life and those things come to life is amazing. So I would say Epic Universe. And then what is my favorite ride? So I'm gonna go 2 rides per like theme park. I'm gonna go like big kind of mainstream ride and then lesser answered ride, I think. So for Disney World, the mainstream-ish ride would be Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. I really just do enjoy that ride. I love the surprise, the music in it, and just the ride experience itself. It just feels like nothing else that has been done, and so I just really do enjoy that ride, and I have to ride it every time I go. And then for a lesser answered ride, although still well loved, I know, I would say Tower of Terror. It took me a long time to get on that ride because I was very getting scared or wasn't sure how I would do with it, but a family member convinced me to go on it, and I just love it. The theme, the sequence, the drops, everything about it is just amazing and so thrilling, and so now that is a must-do when I go to Hollywood Studios. For Universal, I would say, again, the bigger, kind of more mainstream answer ride for me is Hagrid's. I really do love Harry Potter, and getting to see like the animatronics on the ride style itself, like it's again another thrilling roller coaster that's really fun. I just really enjoy it. And then for a less answered ride, I would say Men in Black Alien Attack. I've actually never seen any of the Men in Black movies, but I love the shooter arcade style rides. So that one's just really fun, getting to like zap the aliens and then like spin, and just, yeah, I just really love the experience of it. So I'm gonna say that one. And then my next question is, what is your favorite entertainment? So again, I'm gonna go each park. So for Walt Disney World, I would have to say it's Beauty and the Beast live on stage. I love that show. I love Beauty and the Beast in general. It's my favorite Disney movie, but it's just amazing. Like the live performers, the costuming, the scene, the set designs, everything about it is just so magical, and I just really enjoy seeing it. And again, it's a must-do for when I go. And then as far as Universal, I never really hear anyone talk about this, but again, as I said, I love animals, so I love the Animal Actors Live on Stage show. You get to see like these animals come out who are trained to be like in movies or shows, and they do a bunch of tricks, and their animal trainers kind of explain how they get to do those tricks and things like that. And they have dogs, cats, birds, pigs, like all these different kind of animals that come out, and it's just like the cutest show. So I definitely recommend that if you're going to Universal Orlando in the future. So I just kind of wanted to touch base on areas that aren't theme parks. As you can tell, I love Disney, so there are some things that are non-theme park related that I really enjoy, and so one of them is Disney Cruise Line. I'm a gold member for Disney Cruise Line, so I think I've been on 6 cruises at this point. I've been on the Fantasy, the Wish, and the Dream, and I just really enjoy the entertainment, the characters, the theming, the fun. Just everything about a Disney cruise is just amazing and so well done. It's like a dream vacation, really. So I really do enjoy going on there. I'm sure and I hope in future I'll go on more cruises and get to share that with you guys. So the next component is Run Disney, which if you aren't familiar is where you get to run through the parks during race weekends before the park opens. And I've done 4 race weekends at this point. I've done a virtual 5K for Princess 2024. I've done a virtual 10K for Springtime Surprise 2024. I've done my first ever half marathon for Marathon Weekend 2025, and then another Springtime Surprise 10K for Springtime Surprise in 2025. And I do have 2 more races coming up that are booked and confirmed, so I'd love to make like race expo vlogs, race weekend vlogs, answer your questions about Run Disney or anything like that. So definitely keep an eye out for those as well. Let me know down below what else you'd like to see from me, and if you have any questions about anything that I've talked about or any ideas of things that maybe you're not sure about or want kind of an in-depth video about. So yeah, just let me know down below. And if you feel like answering any of these questions, go ahead and do so down in the comments as well. Be sure to like and subscribe, hopefully, if you want to continue to see what's coming in the future of this channel. And I really appreciate you sticking around. Have a great day.